Twitty in the city.
Aloha.
Dog, I really wish you was wrong on that one, but
I don't. I don't. That was not a good look for me.
y'all missed
That was not a good look.
THC
Yep.
struggling to eat some cheese and
Regular
crackers.
cheese and crackers killing me.
I couldn't tell if he was praying or thinking.
I was doing both.
Well, you know what? You look good while you was over there struggling.
Oh yeah, you like that? You
Yeah,
like that shirt?
that's his second
Look at
shirt.
that.
This
Look
is
at
my
that.
first shirt. Yeah, I got my name on the back. I couldn't turn all the way.
Sorry, man. I fell asleep with this on. I was wearing it in my sleep one time.
Is that comfy?
Yeah,
That's good.
these are nice.
You could get yourself one. You could actually get a custom shirt. We're going for 15K. Hit the like and just subscribe. We're giving out a full merch set. Hat, short sleeve, long sleeve, hoodie, and then a custom shirt of your choice with your name on it. Because why? Without y'all, we can't be doing this.
Yes, sir.
I got excited. And I know you will too.
You kept saying that, but when we was walking in the studio, you was just sitting there going, man, I want this one. I'm waiting. I was waiting for
This
this one.
generation,
Okay. Like this
current generation.
This current generation.
Yes.
Okay.
They are wanting malls to make a comeback. They want to revamp them. They want the interactions of being at a mall. So I want to know, if they are going to bring malls back, what are the must-haves for it to be classified as a mall?
Nothing.
What?
Nothing. I don't want none of them to do it. I don't want them to bring stuff back. You know what? I'm tired of these generations taking our stuff from back in the days because they didn't have it and they seen how much fun we was having it, and they gonna bring, because you know what? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They're gonna turn it into what they want. It's not gonna look like ours.
It's not.
It's not gonna look like ours. It's not gonna function like ours did back in the day. It's not gonna be like the way we had stuff back in the day. You're not gonna have that girl making lemonade and hot dog on a stick when you walked in, and you could hear her pounding on the barrel with that little thing. Shaka, 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 shaka. Would you like a hot dog? Nah, I'm good. Shaka. Like, it's all that stuff is gone.
But if we could, that's one thing you got to have in there.
If we could, the requirement, yeah, there's so many requirements. As far as like people that are from malls, like mall era kids, like the folks that had malls.
That's
like,
us.
We had guidelines and we had rules before we went to the mall.
Oh, yeah.
You couldn't just go to the mall because it was something
free.
Yeah. You could just go there because of that. I mean, there's certain requirements like you. And
So for me, it was a lot. I got my list. Lemonade lady. And what is her name? Auntie Annie's Pretzel?
Annie Ann's
Pretzel. Whatever her name is, you got to have her in there. You got to have a full food court. I'm talking at least 10 spots. And you got to have your pretzel spot. You got to have a Chinese spot.
Pizza spot.
You got to have a pizza spot.
Yep.
You got to have an ice cream spot.
Yep.
It don't matter what, but you got to have one of those. How you get to 10? Then you got your burger spot, your hot dog spot, which your lemonade, with your
hot dog on a stick.
Hot dog on a stick.
Yeah.
You gotta have a corn dog spot. But also for the food court area, I need to feel like I'm like at a tropical island. I need those fake tall trees that hit the ceiling.
The palm tree
thingies? I don't know why. I gotta have that.
Inside.
That's how you distinguish that was the food court area. Because I was always told to go stand by the plants.
By the trees. By the plants. Okay.
So you got to have that. I need my ledger as soon as I walk in. That giant ledger with 3 sides that tell you where each spot is and it's color-coded and all of that.
Okay.
I got to have that. Because that was also a landmark to figure out where you're going to meet up at.
Okay. If they do the malls back, if they bring them back, I think they need to start relocating some things.
Relocating?
Yeah, elevators. I remember growing up, if you was looking for an elevator, you had to actually go into a store like a Sears or a JCPenney.
They never had them in the middle.
They never had them in the middle. Like, and it was like, why don't you guys have them in the middle? Why do you making us go into these stores and use their elevators?
Bro, it's a marketing strategy.
Yeah, but you felt bad because you would come down from like the tool section and you come down to the first day and you be down there and you walking through like lingerie and you like, I just was trying to go to the bottom.
Yeah,
floor.
why did God, they strategized that so crazily.
They did.
Yeah, you gotta put the escalator in the elevator. Escalators were also not right.
Escalators weren't but see, escalators were like that. I don't know. To me, that if they're gonna do an escalator, you gotta do side by sides, one going up, one coming down. It's got to be pretty big because you got it was like models walking on a dance floor.
Yeah.
You know, like models coming back and forth on the floor. Like when people went by each other, it looked like everybody was like striking poses and standing there. And some people were looking hard. Some people were looking like but that was what the escalators was for. Like,
yeah, well, you can't just have one side that just goes up.
And nowadays, back in the day, that's what we had. When we went up the escalators, people had stances on the escalators. You put your hands on the thing.
Oh,
you
yeah.
lean back one time. You do this one time. You do that. You look at other people when they come by. You get the head nod.
Oh, yeah.
Like, what's up? They don't do that no more. Why? Because everybody on their phones. Nobody cares. Everybody on the escalator. If you look at everybody on the escalator now, they're like this. Everybody's like this. That's why I don't think they deserve them all. Because that's how they going to be in the mall.
Nah.
They going to be in the mall. They're going to be walking around like this the whole time. I
think if you apply certain things, okay, here's the other one. I need an arcade section.
Oh.
And I'm not talking 2 or 3 games. Like if you walk in, you just look left and look right. Like you got to be able to bend the corner and go in the back where the ping pong is and all of that.
Yeah,
the slots,
you got the
and
basketball
all that.
hoops here.
You gotta have
hoops there in the back.
What was that called? Pop a shot. You gotta have that in there.
Yeah,
it ain't an arcade if you ain't got pop a shot, or if you ain't got pop a shot. You ain't got the racing game.
I challenge people to put up their arcades and make everything 25 cents.
Ooh,
that's what I miss. I come down there with a roll of quarters and be there all day.
All day.
So
all day.
The mall near us in Boise, they have an arcade section, but every time I walk past it, it's empty. And I look inside, everything costs at least $1 to play those games.
Yeah, you gotta. If you want to make a profit, put everything at a quarter. You'll catch kids, mid-teens, adults, old. You'll catch people at 80 years old
like me.
In there.
Yep.
I bet if you 25 cents.
25 cents. You bring back that's the original price. If you look on an arcade game, what did it say on the outside where the slot was?
2.5. And the letter C with the slash.
Yep.
And it was either in.
Yep.
I always thought, and they were always all in yellow.
I remember. I'm old enough to remember walking into the arcade, putting a quarter in, right? And the screen started to say, insert one more coin to continue. Insert one more. And I was like, wait a minute, it's supposed to be 25 cents. I remember when it switched and things started being 50 cents and then like 75 cents.
Yeah, because once you put a quarter in, it was good to go. Yeah, then it started adding it, like add one more, add 3 more.
Only time I added more than 1 quarter to any machine at an arcade, only time I ever did that is if the arcade machine offered me something more than just me standing in front of it.
Oh, yeah.
If there was one that I could sit in and it could move, there was a game called Afterburner that I used to spend, and that was like 75 cents to play, but you actually got to sit in it. I don't know if anybody's ever seen the second, I think it was Judgment Day Terminator, the second Terminator movie, the second Terminator movie. They were in the arcade when the cop
Terminator. Oh, yeah.
He was sitting inside the Afterburner video arcade game.
And that's
Now,
gotcha.
You asked me for 75 cents more than a quarter, that's fine. You giving me an experience. But if I'm just standing in front of the machine with just a joystick and buttons, and you got the nerve to ask me to put in $1,
no.
Yeah, we got issues.
I didn't like these in the mall.
What's that?
But they made it a mall. The in the middle kiosk stuff. There's a proper
all the little.
Yeah.
Why not?
I don't know why. I never.
Were they in your way walking from store to store?
Maybe. I think probably as a kid I wanted to cross through and I had to go around.
I'm gonna tell you this. When I got out of the service, one of my jobs that I had the minute I got out, because I worked a lot of security, I was security at a mall. At my mall, the mall that I used to go to growing up as a kid.
Yo, that's crazy.
The mall in there, like there was a lot of people that would complain because like on certain days at the mall, you have the older folks that would come in the morning and do their laps. And when they would do their laps, they would always complain to us security guards because people who were set up in the center of the mall was always in the way of their pathways. It was like I was trying to get my laps in, but the little,
I don't even know what you call
helicopter
those.
ones, the kiosk.
Yeah, the kiosk. Yeah.
All these little kiosks in there. And it's the ones that, like, I didn't like the ones that, like, they put lotion on their hands and they try to walk up to you. Come over here. I was like,
That's all the ones I had. That was all of them. It was either, if it wasn't, it was not nothing I ever wanted. It was either lotion or it was trying to give me fake J's. Which I don't know how they got into a mall to try to sell me a shoe when it's like I got Foot Locker and Finish Line and Champs. Like you ain't gonna give me to buy a shoe,
right?
Or if it was always the holidays, like Valentine's Day. Oh, the kiosks were flooded with the jewelry and the flowers. It's like I ain't come to the mall to get flowers.
Yeah, when you say the kiosks during the holidays, like when the holidays come out there, I'm kind of down there because that's when you got like the Christmas, the sausage and cheese packages and stuff like that. Like
those were legit. Those were legit.
The Hillshire Farms.
Yeah, those were
kiosks
legit.
That were set up in the mall during like Christmas time. Yeah,
those were legit. Did your mall, aside from the food court, did you grow up with your mall having a restaurant?
A restaurant.
Yeah. So like when we walked into the main entrance of our mall, you walked in those 2 sets of double doors, and then to the right was a restaurant. It was still a name brand restaurant like an Outback or something, but it was right there to the right. Then you could go straight and go to the
wasn't until later, but they put in I think it's a Red Robin.
Yeah.
They put a Red Robin on the theater side.
That makes sense.
Of the mall. And then like on the other side there was a McDonald's that was inside. When you walked inside, there was like a McDonald's directly to the left. But like as far as
you didn't have a sit down. Yeah.
Well, I mean, we had a Red Robin, but it was like growing up, there was never a restaurant connected, but there was a restaurant in the parking lot of the mall, because you had stores that were open in the parking lot of the mall.
Oh, always.
So like our mall had a Sizzler. We had a Sizzler in the parking lot.
We had Golden Corral.
Yeah,
I loved it. I could go get buff and get fat, and then go to the mall and take a couple of laps like those older people.
Yep.
And then go home. It was a perfect setup. You got to have a restaurant either inside or I think outside in the parking lot. Your parking lot got to be massive.
Yep.
You said it can't be rinky dink.
And you said it earlier. You got to have a foot stuff. You got to have a shoe store.
Oh, you got to have at least 3 of them.
You got to have, and you got to have that one. Like, you ever had that one where you see all the shoes and they all different colors outside the window, but like the shoe store doesn't really have a name.
Nope.
And it's just all you see is just different shoes in the window.
Did that one store when you walked in had wood flooring?
Yes.
That.
And you had somebody.
Why did they all have wood floors?
Yeah, somebody walk out and they selling you tennis shoes, but they wearing church shoes.
Yes. They tried to fake busy. They had a side phone and a phone in their hand.
At least a Foot Locker person was wearing a referee shirt and some tennis shoes.
Dog, why did every one of those shoe spots have a? How the heck did you get wood floors in the mall? No other store had wood floors, but the sketchy shoe store had the wood floors.
And there's I don't know why.
With no name.
And every shoe store had their own way that everybody was dressed, presented themselves, did all like you had Foot Locker with the referee shirts. And I'm gonna tell you something. Some people think it was the iStore that had all the lanyards and stuff on them. I'm like, no, Champs had that. Champs had that on lockdown a long time ago.
Because they were in the all dark blue. Finish Line was like that light blue.
Yeah, the light blue.
Champs was that navy blue.
Yep.
Navy blue polo, navy blue pants.
Lanyard.
With the lanyard. And your shoes were either all white or white and navy blue.
Yep.
Oh, I know that outfit.
Yep.
I never worked there, but
that's what I'm saying. It's like some people it was like, oh, the lanyard came from the iStore. It's like, no, it didn't. Not the Apple. No, that came from Champs.
That was Champs.
Back in the day too, they was wearing that.
And
they
was
had
the lanyard on one side said Champs, and on the back side
they
would have
looked so
said
professional when they walked up and they had their name and everything on there.
It was clean.
Because back then, I mean, didn't nobody laminate nothing back in the 90s?
No. Champs was clean, dog. They were clean. Also for me, it's in the middle.
Okay.
You got to have a mini play area in the mall. And it was usually always by JCPenney's or Sears. I don't know why. I mean, I know why. It made sense. But it was always on the ends of one of those malls.
Yep. Still is.
Yeah.
Still is.
You notice they never had JCPenney's and Sears beside each other. They was always on the opposite end.
Side. Yep. And you know what's funny? When I was a security guard, that's what would happen. It would be like, yo, there's a fight. Where's it at? Sears side or Macy's side.
They used to always specify
JCPenney side. You'd be like, what? You'd be like, where does it happen? It's happening that way. So we knew, okay, run north.
Go that
north.
way.
Yep.
Even
if you was meeting up with somebody, you ever had to meet up with somebody at the bar? Where were you at? I'm in front of Mervin's.
Yep.
And they're like, what? Well, I'm in front of Emporium Capwell.
It's like, go towards the JCPenney side. Or you use it as a reference. Like, I'm at this store and be like, well, what big store is by you? Sears.
But big store. See, that's another thing. Big store, little store.
Yeah.
That's that. What big store is buying?
Well, the big stores also they had the 2 stores.
Yeah, Macy's. They had the 2 floors.
They had the 2 floors. I mean, yeah.
Macy's, JCPenney,
Sears and Dillard's. Those were the big 4.
See, Dillard's. We had Emporium Capwell.
See, it was Dillard's, Sears, JCPenney's, Macy's.
See, we had Sears, JCPenney. We had Sears, JCPenney's, Emporium Capwell. And
you didn't have Macy's,
and we had Macy's and Montgomery Ward.
Oh, see, Montgomery Ward was never in a mall. It was always a standalone.
Oh no,
in Virginia.
It used to be in the mall, but it was kind of like the big old tires that is set up in the mall parking lot.
Yep. You ain't got to say no more. If you know, you know. You ain't got to say no more. That visual. Dog, you ain't got to say nothing else. That is a very vivid description, bro.
I worked
because it was always on the far. Again, it was beyond the big store.
Yep.
But it was still a part of the mall.
Part of the mall. We had to, as security guards, we had to patrol that. It was like, this ain't part of us because it was in the mall. That's the whole parking lot. All that is the property. Yep.
That was so vivid. That was such a good description.
Big old tires sitting in the middle of the parking lot.
Did yours used to sit by either like JCPenney's or Sears?
Oh, yeah. It was right outside of JCPenney.
Yep.
Like if you crossed the parking lot from JCPenney, it was there. It was closer to the sidewalk that was close to the street that would lead to the mall.
Yes.
Yeah.
You sometimes would drive past that depending on what area you need to get to.
In fact, I think if you was on the street and you turned left at that street light to come into the parking lot, you could turn right immediately and be right there at that store. Yep.
Dog, he said the big outside in the mall parking.
That's what I'm saying. They're not going to do it right. If they open up a mall now and they try to bring it back, they're going out of what are they basing on how they making the mall? I mean, are they using like Stranger Things to say this is what our reference is?
No, I'm hoping they have a millennial or a Gen Xer. You got to.
It's not going to happen.
You got to. Because I'm mid-30s. You got to have somebody in their 30s or late 40s that's going to be in charge of it.
It's never going to stop, man. They're going from music to movies to malls now. Like, why they want all of our old shit?
Or you know what? They're going to make it. There'll be plenty of us that's going to go and complain, and they'll fix it. Because if you tell me a mall's coming back, I'm going, but I am going, and I'm going to be checking boxes.
My thing is that if you're going to make a mall, right? Like, if you're going to make a mall, right? This is my whole thing about it. Is like, I want it to look like we done advanced in time. I don't want it to look like it still look back in the day. If I want it to look like it looked back in the day, like why?
Okay, but do you?
I want to walk through a mall today, and I want it to be like, you got holographic stuff happening. You got free Wi-Fi when you walk in. You got stuff.
Free Wi-Fi would be nice.
Stuff that is like, stuff that is telling me that we're in 2026.
Okay,
that's what I want.
When I preference the things that I want in the mall.
Yeah.
I don't want the 2000 version of it. But I want the modified. Like you gotta have an arcade. But the arcade can be looking 21st century.
I mean like that's what it's not. It's not gonna do that. It's like you're not gonna have that in the style. I remember how my mall was, and as much as I loved how it was and stuff like that, I wanted it to advance as well. Like, I wanted it to be dope. I wanted it to be cool. It was like, okay, I like that we have a food court here, but maybe if we had something else, maybe if there was an aquarium built in around something.
I didn't say you couldn't have an aquarium. But
that's what I'm saying. I think if they're going to do a mall, they should make it look more advanced. Stop going nostalgia. Stop making every restaurant look like it's the 50s. Stop making this stuff do that. Nah, man, it's 2026. Why can't it look like that we in 2026?
You know who, if they do malls, you know who they need to get a hold of? The owners of Shields.
Yes.
Because especially the Shields here.
Yes.
Now you can get a good visual of how to make it 21st century.
Yes.
And still make it that Shields feels like a mall.
See, stores like that gonna kill malls too, though.
But like you said, if you at least keep up with the times, you're going to be set.
And that's what I want to feel. I want to feel like that. Like, okay, like when you mentioned Shields, right? You mentioned Shields. You walk into Shields, and like there are certain parts in there that feels nostalgic. There's like the place, the little corral where you shoot the little guns and stuff. Like that gives a little nostalgic feel. But then when you go and you see the real guns, You actually walk into this futuristic glass room where the doors slide. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I want it to be nostalgic, and I don't think they would do that with a mall. I think they would just take
you
it.
Don't, you don't want our little push pull doors.
No, I'm done with that. I'm done with stuff that we used to have back in the day. The little drain that you trip on when you walk in because the brick is all uneven when you're coming in there.
Why did they ever think a mall was going to flood?
No, but that's how they clean them. Like, I used to think that, but now I would watch them come in there with hoses, and they would rinse
That's
the
how
floors.
they cleaned them all?
Yes. They hose it down, and it goes down that drain, and that's what they mop and they squeegee down that drain. That's how they clean the floors. And you think about it, for as many people come in there, of course you want to hose it all down.
Yeah. But yeah, you can't, don't bring that to the 21st century.
No, and like
there's a better way to clean.
Make bathrooms more accessible. Don't put them in the whole back of the mall where you got to like go on a 20-mile trek just to go pee. Like, you ever do that when somebody goes, man, I need to use the bathroom? You like, and you look at them like, you ever had somebody, a part of your group in the mall that say they got to go pee, and you just know, yeah, we ain't about to see you for like 15 minutes. We ain't about to see you for a minute.
Yo, you do tell them, like, just meet me at the car, bro.
Right, you got to look at it like, where is it, man? You got to go past GameStop. You got to go down the escalator. You got to go down to the right. Like, you had to go on a trek.
And it was, you know what, it was also usually in the hallway that the employees were down.
You would be waiting in line in the same hallway that they punch in the time clock.
Yes.
It was the same hallway. It was this. People look at you, too, when they come out. You just like, I'm just trying to pee. Like, I ain't even trying to be part
Yeah. You gotta fix that.
You can see they work meeting going on while you sit there, like all the employees that work for the
THC about to go on shift, so he gotta go outside to the big old tire.
You know what it
spot.
was? When you sitting there waiting to get into that bathroom, if there is a line, all you hear is the security guards of the mall back going down that hallway because their radios are sitting there. What's your 20?
Bro said,
like, but there's so many
you don't have faith, and you're getting what's that called? A little PTSD.
No, I'm just saying,
the
like,
bathroom had to be a trek.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like if we're gonna come into the mall, like, let's do some futuristic shit. Let's make a mall that makes us feel like we could be about to move into it being 2030.
Right, not go back to
not to like. Doesn't it feel like 1989? I already know what 89 felt like. 89 sucked.
He said, we at least not can we get some sliding doors?
Yeah, something like, just make me feel like I'm in here. Not that I'm just pushing or whatever. And like, man, I don't know.
Did your mall have the shopping carts?
Are you talking about the ones that had it to where you could put the kids in them?
Yeah.
But it had like an area to where you can put stuff that you bought. Yeah. Oh yeah. In fact, we had them that looked like animals.
Yes.
There was like a seal or a lion or something, and the kids push them around. Yeah, all it was ankle busters. That's what we called them, because they ran all. Anybody pushing them things, if you in front of them, you getting hit.
I hate
you getting hit with at least.
I don't know why you should never have a cart in that big of an area when that many people can be around and be congested.
Not that big.
They're too huge.
You don't need a life-size seal cart.
And it was always that awkward situation. You go to a spot, and you got to leave that car
outside,
pull the kid out, leave your bags.
Yeah, you ain't making it around all the shirts of the shirt racks in JCPenney. That ain't happening.
No, that was the one thing about the mall, man. Those aisles were tight.
Yeah,
there was no two people walking down one. If you was with somebody, you holding their hand behind you or in front of you. There was no walking beside each other. Not even in Foot Locker or Champs.
I used to miss those little shirt racks though, because them shirt racks had a center. Like if you could like, if you move the shirts, you can climb inside and push the shirts down, and you just sitting in there. It's like your own little fork.
Because they had the metal beams that came to a cross, and they had a little circle, and I swear they made them for kids. When they built those, they said some kid is gonna open these.
But it's open on the top.
Yeah, it's open on the top,
and that's where I had a disadvantage, because my mom was a 6-footer.
Oh, so you could just peep over.
Oh man, you know what it's like to be sitting there thinking you getting away with something, and have a hand come in and grab you by your ear and pull you out that thing.
You needed to have the ones that had the display cover over it, where they would sit the little sign that would say like clearance around the whole thing.
They did, but that top was glass.
Oh, so you can still
And
see
the sign was just sitting on the glass.
Yeah, you couldn't escape.
But that's what I'm thinking. It's like if they bring back these malls, I don't think it's don't bring in nostalgia. Make us feel like we progressing. Make people feel like we not trying to go back. Like make us feel like we got something new ideas, new stuff.
You're cool with if they do the same layout, but just don't have the actual same wallpaper. Give me some new wallpaper. Give me some new floors.
Yeah,
it's 2021. Dog, bro said, don't give me the sliding doors.
I think when the new generation is always going, but isn't it nostalgic? I think that's just a way of them saying we're lazy and we don't want to come up with shit. That's what I think it's saying. When the younger generation is using the word, if they're using the word nostalgic before us old people, that should be our word. Is nostalgic, not theirs. If they start using that, I think that's just a way to say that we're too lazy to come up with new shit.
For once in my life, I think they're going to do a good service to the mall. You got to. Like, if you want it, especially if you want it to last. Like, there were certain malls growing up, the way they built them.
What's the attraction?
They weren't going to
bring people.
See, that ain't my job.
I know, but see, that's what I'm saying though. It was like, what would you like when you're saying that? Like, what would you like if they want to do it? Like for me, that's what I want to see.
I want to see if they just make it 21st century. Because I've been to several Shields, but the one they built here, that's unique.
Put something in it for me to go see.
Yeah,
like Philadelphia, not Philadelphia. Was it Philadelphia? No, it was Pennsylvania, but Scranton. I went to their mall.
Yeah.
They had an aquarium inside the mall.
There you go.
It's like, give me reasons to come down that way, not just because I want to spend money at the store.
That the mall from The Office?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Steamtown Mall. Yep.
They could have I only had one mall that did this, but instead of that one area that did the train.
See,
you could do that, but it's through the whole mall where that's your way of transportation.
Now that's something different.
There you go. If you're making the mall, I just gave you a brilliant idea.
Roller coaster.
Oh, roller coaster be dope.
Roller coaster.
A roller coaster through the mall would be dope.
Like Hawaii itself, like I think it's Pearl Ridge Mall. They have what do they call it? A tram.
Tran-Am?
A
Tran-Am.
A train. It's a train. It's like a subway train, but it's like a thing, but it goes from different sections of the mall.
See, that's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like, make me feel like I'm like if I go back to the mall and it's a grand opening and I get bumped in the ankle by somebody with a seal cart, I'm gonna be mad as hell. I'm gonna be like, they still got these damn things.
You're gonna be pissed if you see that cart. You ain't even gonna have time to get ankle big. You're gonna see it.
I'm gonna be like, who the hell found them? Like whoever, when we got rid of the older malls, we tried to get rid of those. Somebody went out and found them.
Somebody went and stocked them up.
Yeah. Somebody
polished them up and said these are new.
Somebody found them in a junkyard out in Montana, and they was like,
asking, who kept these?
Who kept these?
We tried to get rid of them. Okay, hit in the comments. Malls, they want to revamp them. What are things you would want? Or hit up THC and say, this is how we can make them more modernized. Roller coaster is a good idea.
Yeah.
I think a train, literally. You get in, train, where are you trying to go? Trying to go to the J.C. Penney side. All right, hop on train.
Or how about those walkways at the airports where you walk?
Oh, those are so clutch.
Now, just imagine those at a mall when you trying to go to J.C. Penney to Macy's.
Oh, you could book it.
I like gone. Like you could probably even make like this the regular lane, this another lane. Like you can.
And then there's your.
Yeah, so hey, you don't have to worry about going around nobody. You could be like, no seal carts allowed.
That would be dope.
That's what I'm saying, but you improve what we complained about. You take it and you go, you know what? If you can make it clutch to go back and forth.
Anybody listen? We just gave y'all 3 ideas. Roller coaster, actually 4. Roller coaster, aquarium, the speed walks from the airport, or a train.
Yep.
You do that, you're set. I think you should do 2. I think the 2 you should do is roller coaster and the airport ones.
The walkways.
Yeah, bro.
Oh, man.
You know how many even old people would be able to be like, oh yeah, I'll come see on the other side.
And make it to where it's on the outside of the mall, but it's covered.
Yes.
So like if they're doing their walks, they can walk on the outside, but they don't got to get rained on or something like I mean, but make it look futuristic. Like make me feel like I'm in 2026.
That's fair.
What about those VR the VR arcades? you seen those?
Yeah.
That would be dope.
Those are like that's one that makes me feel like, okay, we're in the future because they got goggles on and they're playing tennis or something.
Yeah, exactly. But see, and that's what they need to have more of.
Right.
They should have an arcade area that's just VR in the mall. So if you want to go play your machine, it's through the VR goggles. So you don't got to worry about actually having the equipment. And then you could have it be only 25 cents.
Bro, I'm going to tell you right now, there's somebody sitting down right now making a mall for VR goggles. You just going to put your VR goggles on and go to a mall.
Well, they still better have that damn roller coaster in there.
It is.
They better than I don't want to be in VR with nostalgia. That will be stupid.
Bro,
I don't want to be in VR and you take me back to 2000.
They're talking about making a mall, a virtual mall that you visit with the Oculus, right? You put it on, you start going, and you sit there and you are greeted by somebody else who is in there, not with their avatar, but it's an actual person you're talking to. And then they ask you, they're like, what you looking for? You know, and it's like, oh, I'm looking for a car, or I'm looking for furniture, I'm looking for this. The mall in the virtual world is broke up on different islands. So like this island has this island has this island has cars, this island has furniture. So in the virtual world, they're like, do you want to just be transferred over there? Or do you want to take the helicopter? Or do you want to take the jetpack? Or do you want to take the boat? Or do you want to take the submarine? Or do you want to you can take, because you're in the virtual world, so any way to travel to any place you want to go to, even the food court was its own island.
Well, you got to. You're going to have a lot of food.
And a lot of people would say it. A lot of people would say it, too. It's like, how are you supposed to eat in the virtual world? You can't order McDonald's. Sure you can. It comes to your door.
Never say never.
I'm just saying, like, that's where I think a future mall is going to be. I don't think it's going to be something that's going to be like physical.
Yeah.
I think they're going to make it straight up inside virtual reality.
Well, in that case, then you can have everything.
Everything. But I mean, if you could make one like that today, like, yeah, make it feel like it's now and not 1991 and 1986.
Hit the like, hit the subscribe. We're going for 15K. Oh, almost grabbed it. It's not here. I'm wearing it.
You're wearing it.
You get the merch that's custom. We're going to let you pick the shirt. If you want a button up, you want a polo like THC, but you're going to get a hat, short sleeve, long sleeve, a hoodie. Once we hit 15K, somebody's going to win it all. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. New merch. Go get it in the bio description. I don't know, App Store, whatever. It's in the comments somewhere. Yep. THC is the one that handles all of our comments on YouTube. So for some of y'all going back and forth, you're dealing with him. When you're on social, you're dealing with me. I only had to say that because there was a guy thinking I was you, and he was ready to go to bat with me, and I was like, I agree with you. And he was like, aren't you THC? I said, no, I'm Twitty. And he said, oh, my bad.
Yeah, come back again.
Dude, I should have just said, just go to YouTube if you want to talk to THC.
Come back again. Yep, come back.